Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor, and here are some of the stories we're starting off with for this week. Sun City TV received some welcome thanks from REITs across America. Georgia Lash was at the recent Veterans Association meeting, and later in the program we meet with a Sun City resident with unique woodcarver and wood-turning talents. Those stories and more coming up. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News, with our news team bringing you stories from Sun City and the Low Country, taking the lead with entertainment news. And on deck is our sports report. Sun City News, from people you know, about people you know. This week's SCTV News starts now.
SCTV reporter Chris Chase and Andy Horner received the following message from REITs across America. I quote, "Congratulations. Sun City Hilton Head has been ranked number 2 sponsorship group in South Carolina for REITs across America in 2024. Your hard work ensured that veterans in your community were remembered with 8,214 REITs, an amazing achievement." Unquote. We are so very proud of all our volunteers. At the recent Sun City Veterans meeting, the topic was the military working dogs. This program serves a valuable role in safety and security. SCTV met the man who is credited with developing the training, care standards, and handler procedures for this canine initiative. And guess what? He's one of our own Sun City neighbors.
You are going to be talking about military working dogs in your presentation this evening. How did you get launched into this career working with that program?
Well, I was stationed here at the Beaufort Air Station, and then I received orders to the Pentagon, and I went up there to be the training chief for the military police field. However, the boss changed his mind and said, "You're going to manage my military working dog canine program." And I said, "Okay, I've supervised them. What do you mean manage?" And he threw this manual at me and said, "Here you go, learn it." So, and that was my 25 and a half years later, that's what I did.
Well, the 25 and a half, almost 26, we'll round up.
Okay.
That career has marked so many things. But let's talk about when we look at the canine unit, when we call them the military working dogs, what were the tasks that they were to achieve with their handler?
Well, initially, all the dogs were, I guess you can say, belonged to the stations, air stations, and our bases. And then, as what happened on 9/11, then we expanded. When I first started the program, we had, I believe if I recall correctly, 79 dogs, and we had 58 handlers. And then during 9/11, at the end there, we had close to almost 400 personnel and about 350 dogs at that time.
Well, it was mentioned in your biography that 9/11 really created a switch as to how the security for so many things, including those canine units, were going to be, used and utilized. And you were in the Pentagon at 9/11.
Well, I was just picked up from the site where the plane crashed 2 minutes prior. My neighbor, he recently died, and his funeral was being held that morning at 10 o'clock. So I was fortunate. If not, I would have been in a meeting right where the plane crashed, where they took some of the heaviest losses. So I probably am a survivor from that.
A survivor who galvanized an entire group of handlers and canines to work in a different way. Now, I was going to ask you about the training and the timeline that these things take to, get into place. As I read your biography, you created for the program a 700-page document that's used for that purpose about the care and the handling and the training of those beautiful animals and their handlers. And then also, you helped to establish the Yuma Proving Grounds as a training site, and even, I think the hardest part, got the funding for it.
That's true.
So tell us about that.
Yes, I created the Human Proving Ground because DOD K-9 supported the war effort. That meant all 4 services. Our training is conducted at Joint Base San Antonio and Lackland. And so when I started getting Air Force handlers to support Marine Corps units, they go, we don't do that. We stay in a Holiday Inn. We don't stay out in the field. I said, well, you do now. So I created that 3-week course that gave them training, not only how to speak grunt, is what we call it, but it gave them a chance to train their dogs on bulk explosives, because that's what we were encountering. A lot of improvised explosive devices made out of various materials, so we were able to get that there. We were able to make the city there as close as reality, and we had, well, not only a city, but we had the marketplace, we had a downtown, we had caves, tunnels. This really, a lot of the handlers that came back, they said, I appreciate your course, it was tough, but it saved my life and it saved a lot of others. So that was my joy.
And to see you go through that evolution with this whole program, you must be so proud. You were working at the Pentagon. I understand that you created an asset to the helicopter travel that our presidents had. You started to have the dogs accompanying for security. You've done so much. How would you summarize your most memorable experience?
My most memorable experience, well, I was able to get an exhibit within the hall of the Pentagon that's dedicated to the Marine Corps military working dogs. So before I retired, I was able to accomplish that. It took me 5 years to get that accomplished, but I did. Plus also 3 other items. I have at Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, there's the National K-9 Memorial there. I helped design that.
Well, I think we owe a debt of gratitude to your commander who made you switch from training the military police to getting into this program. You have done so much. Your presentation is going to be amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Still more to come. Our SCTV crew attended Health Fair Day. Kathy Salkowitz has details on the upcoming chorus and orchestra event. And we have some safety tips from the Bluffton Township Fire District. We'll return after this brief break.
Great fun. The first one up is Cypress Run. And Cypress Run had an annual, actually it's the 10th year of their annual, I'll make sure I have this right, sandwich, soup, salad, and dessert get-together.
Next up is Fox Lake and our spectacular.
Oh, well, we have another big green event with Botany Bay over at Riverbend.
Next up was March Cove, and boy, did they do St. Patrick's Day. They had scenery from Ireland. They had Irish step dancers. Okay, and lastly was Oak Terrace, and they did a March Madness ice cream social. So they had games and they had played, and there were definite winners. Okay. And then they did the brackets.
Sun City held their annual health fair recently, and our SCTV crew was there to capture the event.
Hi, I'm Kathy Ricardo reporting for SCTV, and we're here at Pickney Hall for the health fair. And as you can see, it is crowded. They have 40 exhibits, and they have all sorts of health concerns that you might want to address, from dermatology to spas to eye doctors to regular health physicians. There is a gamut of anything you can see. All right, I'm here with Robin Souza, and she was here. She'll tell us what she came here for today.
Well, I always come for the giveaways. But when you get to talking to the people at the table, you realize there's a lot of services here you are not aware of. So, and thank goodness I don't need a lot of those services, but yeah, something that's cosmetic is good. heart valve I don't need, but everything's here, and it's amazing because you don't realize they're all moving into the area closer to us. When I came down here, people said, oh, there's no doctors, there's no services, but that's not true.
And that's great. And I've noticed, I've looked at the list, there are 40 exhibits here today.
Okay? Yes, there are. That's great. And everybody's picking up stuff.
I know the swag bags are really important to everybody here. And I eyed some pens.
Yes, always need pens. I haven't bought a pen since, probably 1980.
And that's one of the benefits of coming here. Besides, we will all be in great health after all of this. So not only do we have outside vendors at the health fair, but we also have Sun City's very own health crew. And these are our health and wellness workers here. And there's a lot to see. So this is our room just for what's available in Sun City. All right, now we're here with Rose, and we're right down to the Edisto room. So not only do we have a full, Pickney Hall, but the Edisto room is really jammed as well. So Rose, tell me what you came here today for.
I came to listen to a lot of information that I had on my inside of my body, on my hip, on my back, on everything, and I got a lot of good insight on a lot of doctors and physical therapists and a lot of other things that I needed.
So you can make good choices from here.
Yes, there's a lot that I didn't know about that I'm going to get.
And there's a lot coming in from what I understand. And you can't beat the swag bag.
Right, the swag bag.
And they're all leaving with them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Rose. And now we're here with Barbara. And so, Barbara, when you came here today, did you have anything that you were looking for in particular?
Nothing really, but it's very informative, and a lot of the booths and information everybody's giving is things that really are going to be very helpful.
Later on,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Not right now.
Yeah, right now. Hopefully
Yeah.
not right now, yes, and hopefully, yes.
And you have a little bit of swag, but not a lot. Tell me what you came out with.
Well, I got this 5 wishes that the nurse advocator gave us, and she told us all about it. So I'm very interested in getting home and reading it and seeing how it will help later on in life. Yes. And some eye patches, ice patches to put on your eyes, yep. And a pillbox, morning and noon.
Oh, yeah, I need one of those.
And PM.
Don't we all?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, thank you very much, Bob.
You're welcome. You guys have a great day.
Our Sun City Chorus and Orchestra will present Hooray for Hollywood over Mother's Day weekend. And our reporter Kathy Salkowitz met with members Shelley Meyer and Larry Hyatt to get the inside scoop.
Sun City Chorus and Orchestra always brings us a wonderful show with the very talented directors, Art and Lorraine Hanson. We are here to talk a little bit about the upcoming performance, May 8th through 11th. And the 11th will be the matinee show at 2:30 in the afternoon. Tickets are on sale now, so don't be disappointed. Be there and get your tickets early. Shelley, I understand that this is your second performance with the chorus and orchestra. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and what are you enjoying most about being a member of this wonderful club?
Well, I love the music, first of all. Singing with the chorus has been wonderful. I didn't have a lot of singing experience, but I do love music. I sang with a high school choir, and then I sang with a small chorus in Texas before we moved here a year and a half ago. But the group is amazing. So I'm absolutely thrilled to be a part of it after seeing them perform last Christmas and also the spring concert before.
That's wonderful. And are you finding with Sun City Chorus and Orchestra, are you finding that it's easy to fit in, even though you don't, we have people at all different levels. How are you feeling about fitting in and learning the music that's being presented?
It's so easy to fit in. I have no professional training whatsoever. Art is an amazing director. You cannot fail. There are people there who will help you if you are not sure of what you're doing. He will help. The people around you will help. And you don't have to have any professional experience whatsoever.
Larry, you are known all around Sun City and around other areas here too, as being a trumpet player and a singer. How did you come to join Sun City Chorus and Orchestra?
Well, it's really too long a story to tell here, but I originally showed up here in 2020 in the height of the pandemic, and I found in Sensations the blurb about the chorus, and I thought, well, I think I'd like to try that out. I'm a trumpet player. I see they need trumpet players because they have an orchestra. So yeah, let me just see if I can audition on trumpet. And I showed up here in Pinckney Hall, expecting to get some information on how to get to be a trumpet player here. Instead, I went into the ballroom and I found a group of people waiting for me to have a singing audition. I had no idea. But Art took me through the audition, and he said, "You're a tenor." And I said, "Well, okay, I am a tenor." So that's how I got here. It's a long, long journey before that, but ultimately I am in the place I want to be. I found my people.
What a great story. That is the kind of story that we love here. And, Art can find exactly where we belong. I remember when I came in, I said, "Oh, I'm an alto," and Art looked at me and said, "Oh, no, you're not." And I said, "That's okay." And the thing with Sun City Chorus and Orchestra is they have openings and are welcoming people both in front of the curtain and behind the curtain. There's a place for everyone at Sun City Chorus and Orchestra. Get your tickets. Come out and see this wonderful show. We will not disappoint you. Thank you.
Stephen Combs, Public Information Officer of the Bluffton Township Fire District, encourages all residents to take the following precautions. Lithium-ion battery safety. Never leave batteries charging unattended. Once fully charged, unplug devices. Avoid using batteries that have been dropped, damaged, or show signs of swelling or overheating. Always charge in a well-ventilated area away from combustible materials. Chimney and fireplace safety. Whether indoor or outdoor, chimneys should be professionally inspected and cleaned at least once a year. Buildup of creosote or other debris inside the flue can catch fire and spread to nearby structures. Be fire smart. Practice fire safety. Now, for more information or to schedule a free home safety visit, call Bluffton Township Fire District at 843-757-2800 or visit www.blufftonfd.com. Still much more ahead on Sun City News. Rich Holman's here with an entertainment report. We interview a unique wood turner and carver, and Mike Romano has sports to report. So make sure you come on back.
No April Fool in here. Joanne and I are ready to bring you a fun and informative April episode of Extra.
We're bringing you sound waves and a fashion show fundraiser.
We take you to the Foodseum, an interactive collection of artifacts about a favorite subject, food.
We take in the beauty of our Sun City hummingbird and butterfly garden with a healthy dose of good gardening tips and tricks.
Cable viewers, please check our program listings on the Sun City website. And most conveniently, you can always catch us on our YouTube station, where we invite you to subscribe for easy viewing.
Let's head over to Rich Holman for some entertainment news.
Thanks, Norma. Hey, what's going on in Sun City? A quick reminder, tickets go on sale May 7th for events coming up in June. So check the Sun City website and your calendars for upcoming events and get those tickets for the shows or events you want to see. On Tuesday, May 13th and Thursday, May 15th, grab a chair and head over to the town square and courtyard for some courtyard cocktails. Live music will be provided by Jonathan David King and cash bar services will be provided. The show starts at 5 and this is a free event. And remember, shade is limited. There are still some tickets available for Journeyman, a tribute to Eric Clapton performed by Sean Haig, who has built quite the resume in the last 10 years, including being named Best Young Blues Musician by the House of Blues at just 17 years of age. Haig and his band provide a powerful performance of all aspects of Slow Hand's career. Great music here. Show plays at Magnolia Hall on May 13th, 14th, and 15th at 7 p.m. Tickets are $35 and can be purchased online or at Lifestyle Services. There is a limit of 4 tickets per household, and as I said, tickets are going fast, so get them before they're gone. On Friday, May 30th at Pickleball Hall at 6 p.m., writer and Sun City resident Bob Durst returns to Sun City's Meet the Author event. In his book, Funny I Don't Remember Any Good Dope Days, Durst shares the story about the charity he founded in Stuart, Florida upon his retirement. After 50 years as a lawyer, Durst's efforts began with feeding the homeless and evolved into serving as a volunteer chaplain in the county jail. His book brings into focus the struggles and successes of those he ministered. Mr. Durst sounds like a remarkable man, and I'm sure an inspiration to many of us. This event is free. How about a trek to Tybee Island, and it'll bring you an evening of entertainment. Coming to the Jim Ingham Black Box Theater on Tybee Island, Plaza Suite by Neil Simon will play for 2 weekends. This hilarious play follows 3 couples in one famous hotel room. The play's in 3 acts, each of which follows a completely different couple. If you have not had a chance to see this show before, I think you'll find it to be one of Simon's best. Performances on May 2nd, 3rd, 9th, and 10th begin at 7:30. Matinee performances are May 4th and 11th at 3 p.m. Theater is located at 7 Cedarwood Avenue on Tybee Island. Go to onestagesavannah.com and find the show to order tickets online, or you can buy them at the theater if you're in the area. That's it for this week. Get up, get out, and go have some fun. Norma, back to you.
I got to meet a unique woodcrafter, Nick DeMona, who has been carving wood and turning wood since he was a child. Let's hear his story.
Nick, tell us, how did you get started in this love of wood, what you do? And this is carving.
Well, this is carving. I started this at 10 years old. I didn't do this quality at 10 years old. I used to carve the Disney characters out of the wood from my grandfather's grape boxes and using an X-Acto knife. As the years went by, I did more detailed things. This is burned 50 lines per inch to do the feathers, and then I paint it.
And you also do the painting, and your painting is so perfect.
Thank you, thank you.
Perfect. And you've done quite a few things that I can see here in this cabinet.
I've done many things over the years. It's just
And you started this at 10 years old.
I started carving at 10 years old. I didn't have the skills that I have today. It's something you build on.
Okay, at 10 years old, I could barely get the colors in the lines.
People say, why did you leave New Jersey and come here? And the answer is, my wife told me to.
That's good answer.
She wanted to be near her brother and nephews and all, and figure, you're getting older, so you want to be by somebody. So put the house up, the 2 sheds, and took everything down here. Got rid of most of all the furniture there, just took the bedroom set down. And
but you took all this.
But I made 11 trips taking the wood and my tools.
Nick, tell us about this beauty in the corner.
Very interesting story. When you go outside, you'll see my neighbor has a herring as a yard thing. It's made out of a 2x4, just for a quick yard. This started as a 2x4 because I used to make them, people put them in their yard. And then I got the idea, well, let me just do the main groups, the upper tertio, the lower tertio. Before I know it, I was full-fledged carving, and it's a 2x4 pine wood.
Now here's Mike Romano with sports news.
Hello, sports fans. This week we attended the annual Pickleball Dink Tournament. What's a dink? Let's take a look. I'm here with Jeff Conradi, the pickleball pro here at Sun City, and today is the annual dink contest, the dink tournament. And Jeff, what exactly is a dink tournament?
Well, a dink is a soft shot that you hit that lands in the kitchen, okay? And it's an unattackable shot. We want to hit a shot to them that lands close to the kitchen, or close to the net in the kitchen, that they cannot hit down on. So we think about all of these shots as being unattackable. And if you want to go far in pickleball, you have to master this shot and use the control game. It's not a power game like tennis or some other sports.
And how many players will you have in today's tournament?
We'll have 45 today.
45. Okay. And is it all doubles or is it singles?
You're playing doubles, but it's individual scoring. There's groups of 5 that will play 4 games with and against all other people in their group. And then it'll be each individual's total score to see how you win.
Okay. And how long have you been doing it here?
6 years. Do it, try to get a couple times a year. Okay. And this is pickleball is a sport that's for everyone. What other sport can you play with your spouse and your grandkids and everybody have a good time? And this is a sport where we don't have people entering by rating. They just enter, and I put all their names in a card, throw it in a bucket, pick out 5 names, you're in this group, 5 names, you're in that group. So what we wanted it to do is pickleball is an inclusive sport, so we want people to get a chance to meet and play with and against new people. So that's the format of this. It's a fun event.
Well, you have a good day for it, a nice sunny day, and it's going to be a little warm here, so I hope everybody keeps their water pretty close by. And thank you very much for being with us on this thing.
Thank you. And pickleball, we can do a dink tournament on a warm day because you don't do that much running around. So that's why we planned it in an afternoon here. It works good. And thank you for this, and thank everybody in Sun City for playing pickleball.
Thank you, Jeff. Did you know that there is a 9-hole putt-putt course on the south side? It's just another way you can be active here at Sun City. We will be reporting on the Putt-Putt League in the coming weeks. Stay tuned. It's now time to get outside and enjoy the sun. For Sun City Sports, I'm Mike Romano.
Well, that's our news for this week. Thank you for watching. Catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to hit like and subscribe. To see expanded coverage of some of our SCTV stories, tune into our monthly show, Extra. If you have questions and comments, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. But make sure you check in with us next week for all the news that's in your neighborhood. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor.